Many recovering addicts have been lured back into selling drugs by the possibility of quick money. Nearly everyone who has chosen this path has relapsed into addiction, ended up in prison, or died. We made this tape to help those that want to stay out of the game. We videotaped 3 times. First, a breakfast meeting of Realization's producers with Hector and Curtis, both former dealers, now in recovery and working as addiction treatment professionals. Second, we taped a support group of recovering people specially put together for the camera. And last, comments and analysis of the group by Curtis, one of the leaders.
Many people in the group in the past had gone back to dealing after drug treatment or prison. Some are still tempted to go back and deal today. Here's some of the excuses they use to justify it to themselves.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't have any skills. I got kids to support. The one kid they took away from me, now I have to pay child support. Where am I going to get money to do that?
At any time, are you tempted to return back to that lifestyle?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't get clean to live like I lived then. I'm living the same way in so many ways because I don't have anything to give to my kids.
No, but do you think you can actually sell to these people and live a productive,
These people are
life?
Doctors and lawyers. They want to kick back and smoke a joint.
I have 5 children. I have a lot of things in my life that I'm used to having, and I've accomplished a certain amount of things. And when all these distresses come in my mind, I feel like sometimes that I can pick up a key or something and move it, and then I can take care of all these things just like that.
Anytime I get that little feeling, because I get it, you know what I'm saying, bills get overwhelming, I'll be like, I ain't got no money to pay this, and then I pay all the bills, and I got like $5 in my pocket, you know what I mean, gas in the truck and everything, but I got $5 in my pocket until next paycheck. You know what I mean? And now that feeling comes. Now I need this money, man. What I'm going to do?
Every day, we're bombarded with sexually arousing images. But for the sexually obsessed person, even normal, everyday sights and sounds can be sexual triggers. All too often, sex and drugs go together. Indulging one sets you up for the other.
Because I was constantly giving my body for the drugs. And so it was all interrelated. And I would only be able to do these things under the influence of drugs. When a man would want to, quote unquote, make love to me in the morning without being high already on something, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And if I did do it, I hated myself for it.
My wanting of more than one woman stemmed from the sales. I used to sell drugs. And at that time, or even still today, anyone who sells drugs have a lot of women around them, and it becomes a habit, or where you say, well, I feel like having sex, and here's this woman, she's going to do whatever you want because you have drugs.
My father was, he was very abusive. You know, he started hitting me. He started beating me with thick leather belts and buckles, you know, and my mother, he used to beat her. You know, he's busted her eardrum, he's busted her nose, he's injured her ribs, you know, and I remember seeing blood all over the place.
A very high percentage of women who become addicts suffer serious trauma as children. Physical, sexual, or emotional abuse. During childhood, we often had a lot of feelings about what we were going through, but no one to talk to about them.
I've been molested by my grandfather and my uncle. That was traumatic to me, because I didn't know what was going on, and I didn't understand it.
It was definitely sexual abuse. It was going on for like 5 years, so from the time I was 5 till I was 10, I lived with that, and like I said, didn't have any words to get that out or explain to anybody what was happening, so I think it manifested itself in the anxiety.
He pulled me out of the closet and he said that the look that I had in my eyes wasn't, you know, a normal look. And he actually beat me too. He saw that, you know, that I looked normal again. I don't know what he meant by that.
This was my stepfather, and he used to fondle me while I was asleep. And I was afraid. I mean, I used to have paralyzing dreams at night in my bed. I started using behind it.
Elvira started using drugs to deal with the fear and other feelings caused by her abuse. And while this is not an excuse for using, the connection she makes between what happened to her as a child and later becoming an addict is real. I mean, this makes sense. Who would want to feel all that pain? Drugs became a way we survived. But if we got addicted and wound up on the streets, we probably went through even more trauma, from rapes to assaults and worse.